Hello, my name is Kate. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Just want to say right away, if voiceovers aren't your cup of tea, feel free to click mute and check out some alternative audio options that I have listed below. If you decided to stick with me, I'm going to start talking about the painting, which is another acrylic painting. This one's just on a canvas board, which is super cheap, so I was kind of treating this like a sketch at first, which you'll see later kind of made life a little more difficult for myself than it needed to. I didn't really do any planning, and that was unfortunate, but it was also fun, so I would probably do it again, but maybe on a smaller scale, like just in my sketchbook or something instead of the canvas board. But anyway, so today I'm doing kind of a repeat theme, which is Artemis, who I haven't painted before, but she is from the comic Olympus, which I painted the main character, Persephone, a couple weeks ago. So in that video I talked about how Rachel, who draws the comic, writes the comic, was doing a relaunch, and that came out just a week or two ago, I think. And it's amazing. I'm so happy with it. So that's why I decided to paint Artemis this week. Just kind of a shout out to the new update. If you didn't see my last video, I'll just give a real quick plug for Olympus. It's a retelling of the story of Hades and Persephone with a modern twist on it. The characters are great, the art is beautiful, the whole story is really fun. It did just relaunch. The new content is so worth the wait. I can't wait to see what else she added in the later chapters. I'll have a link to all that in the description below, including Rachel's Tumblr, which has a lot of cool fan art and stuff linked to it, so definitely check those out. Going back to the painting itself, like I said, I didn't do a lot of planning with this painting because originally it was just going to be kind of a sketch, and I just got a little carried away with it. But I didn't spend nearly enough time checking proportions and all that, so it got a little out of control. Her face is just a little like crooked when I look at it, and that's kind of frustrating because I know if I had spent literally 30 seconds planning it out, it wouldn't have been so out there, but that's okay. It was still a lot of fun. I think it's still recognizable as Artemis, so that's a victory. The palette was kind of fun for this one. I just picked a bunch of tubes of paint that I never really use. Not just to use them, but because they match sort of her color palette in the comic, so that was really fun. I wish I would have spent just a little bit more time kind of mixing the colors together just a little bit to get a little more harmony, but I think it still turned out okay. I had to layer so many times that they all got a little bit mixed in the end anyway. You might notice that I kind of repainted the whole face at one point because the colors just kind of got, I don't know if they dried a different color or if I didn't have very good light the first time I mixed her skin tone, or maybe I wasn't referencing the comic enough, but I just kind of had to start over at one point, and I'm glad I did that because it felt a lot more cohesive, I think, after. There wasn't quite as much dimension as I had originally, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I think the graphic qualities that I ended up with were still pretty in their own right. One of the things I've been trying to work on in my paintings is not just relying on color, but on values, which is easier said than done for me, and one of the ways that I used values in this painting and contrast with values is in her hair, which was really hard to film and get pictures of afterwards for some reason. I think my black paint was a little too glossy or something. It's just super reflective and it kind of messes with all the values. So that was interesting. If anyone has any suggestions on getting nice quality videos and pictures of dark paint, that would be greatly appreciated, but I'll keep researching it, and hopefully in the future that won't be an issue. And then the last thing that I wanted to say was the background. I don't know if you can tell, but I was going for an inverse galaxy kind of thing, and I don't think it was super successful, but I definitely want to try that again in the future because I think it's just a fun tool to have. So yeah, I'll just let the music go, and thank you for watching.